Hello, my name is Caleb Kirkstrap.
And my name is Laura Denze. Today we want to talk about Michael Brown, the unarmed black teenager that got shot and killed by Darren Wilson, a white police officer.
Michael Brown was killed on August 9, 2014 in Ferguson, Missouri. Michael Brown was spotted stealing from a convenience store on August 9th.
Surveillance video shows Mr. Brown stealing some cigarillos from the store.
After Michael Brown left the store, witnesses spotted him wrestling with Officer Darren Wilson in his police vehicle. Darren Wilson fired a couple shots from inside the vehicle, and then witnesses reported Michael Brown running away. Many witnesses report that Michael Brown was stopped with his hands up before he was shot, and other witnesses report Michael Brown charging at Darren Wilson during the incident.
After this incident, a lot of people protested in Ferguson because they thought it wasn't justified that Darren Wilson shot Michael Brown.
The grand jury's final decision in the case was that there was not enough evidence to indict Mr. Darren Wilson for the death of Michael Brown. After the court case decision, many protests and violent outbreaks occurred after. Multiple buildings and cars were set on fire in response to this decision.
Okay, we heard the main facts about the Michael Brown case, but what do you think in general about police brutality, Caleb?
I believe that police brutality is becoming a problem in the United States because many more incidents like this are occurring, and the police officers aren't having harsh enough punishments for the crimes that they're committing, and they're just getting off with it. So it's really becoming a problem, and I don't really have an answer for why this is happening. As a young African American, I don't really know if I'm scared to be in a community like Ferguson or just in general a community where police brutality goes on, but it really does make me think if our system's broken.
Okay, Caleb, do you think it depends on where do you live?
I do believe in some other communities that there is a better relationship between police and the community. So I really do think it depends on where you live, but in some of these areas, it's really kind of hard to have a good relationship between the community and the police. So
Why do you think it's hard to have a good relationship in some areas?
I think in worser areas, uh, the police aren't really seen as the good guys, so they're treated a little bit worse. So I think that can affect the relationship between people and the police. But really, that's the only answer I can really have for this situation.
I agree with you.
Now, I have a question. For a German perspective, does this happen a lot in Germany? Is this weird to you? Has this happened before? Can you kind of give us an insight of what it'd be like in Germany and how they would deal with this?
I think in Germany we have a better relationship with the police because we respect each other more. And I think that would never happen in Germany, a case like the Michael Brown incident. To use the Michael Brown incident as an example, the police in Germany would probably just drive away if the kid is running away because, I mean, they know who he was, they have it on tape, so they can also go after him later, so it would never come to a shooting.
So, closing in on time, I just want to ask you, do you think that this is a just case? Do you think that Darren Wilson is guilty or if he was just doing his job?
I think it's kind of hard to decide who you want to believe because there are so many different opinions and different views of the witnesses. So I would say, um, if Michael Brown really came after Officer Wilson and tried to fight him in this car and then come back, I don't know what I would do when I would be a officer, but I would have wanted him instead of killing him.
I totally agree with you. I don't think that I would have killed him if I was in Darren Wilson's situation. I would have shot him in one of his limbs or somewhere that wouldn't fatally harm him. But yeah, I don't really know what to think about. I wasn't there, so I can't really say if it was just or it was a racist act or whatever people want to call it these days. So I'm not sure. Something that I really don't understand though is if Michael Brown, why would he charge back at Darren Wilson? Why would he run away from the police car to I don't know, I think they said 153 feet.